Hey fam, so in this video we look at 3 things that your self-worth should not be based on and what your self-worth should be based on. So let's get into this video. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time here, you are super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here on this channel we talk about topics, tips and tricks that help us grow fearlessly into the best versions of yourself. So if you're interested in these types of videos, please click the subscribe button so you get notified when we have new videos up. If this is your second, third, fourth, fifth, or as many times as possible times that you have been here, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as you have enjoyed the other ones. So today in this video we are going to be talking about what your self-worth is not. What your self-worth is not, because we confuse this and then we define ourselves by these things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So if you're interested in this video, sit back, relax, get a glass of your favorite drink, call your friends and family and enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So before I go on to tell you what your self-worth is not and what it should not be based on, let's define self-worth. So self-worth, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is the sense of being good enough, you feeling like you're good enough and you deserve love. So basically it is you feeling that you deserve love, you are valuable, you value yourself and you deserve respect. So self-worth is you feeling or you knowing that you deserve love, you deserve to be treated well, you deserve to be treated right, you deserve respect. And so because you know this, you do not take trash from other people. So now that we have established what self-worth is in the sense of defining it properly, let's look at what your self-worth should not be based on and what it is not. So first on my list, your self-worth should not be based on your size. So your self-worth should not be based on whether you are slim or you're plus size. Whatever size you are one of the best things that has happened to mankind. You are one of the best things that has happened to this world. You are a gift on earth. So you should not limit, you should not define your self-worth by the size of clothes that you wear or whether people say you are slim or you are plus size. Because of how man is, because of how humans are, we are never satisfied by anything. So somebody would see a slim person, somebody would see somebody that is a size 2 or a size 4 and say you're too skinny, you're too tiny, why are you not eating? Same person will see a bigger person, a plus size person, and say this person is too fat. So you cannot please man. So do not define your self-worth by what people define your size to be. You define your self-worth the way you want it to be defined, and let it not be based on the size of clothes that you wear or whatever it is that you weigh on the scale. Since forever we have been conditioned, our mind has been conditioned to think that there is a particular size that everybody needs to fit. But if everybody is wearing a particular size, then it will be boring. People that are manufacturing clothes will be at a loss because they have to be sewing the same sizes for everybody, and there will be no diversity on earth. So because of this, every size that we have, any size that you are, is the size that you should be. If you are not happy with your size, it's different from you defining yourself or defining your self-worth by your size. If you don't like the size that you are in, work on it, improve yourself, make sure you get to the point where you feel happy with yourself. But do not define your self-worth by the size of clothes that you wear or by what people define your size to be. Everybody has critics. Everybody is criticized for one thing or the other. I get criticized for not eating as much as people would want me to eat, for looking skinny or looking tiny sometimes. Sometimes when you start adding weight, people are looking at you and saying you're beginning to eat too much. So you get confused on what exactly people want you to be. If you are happy in your size, then that's fine. Don't let what people say make you feel less of yourself. Your size is not your self-worth and should not be based on it. Secondly, and this one we do so often, your self-worth is not based on your family background. I know we've heard it so many times that your background should not let your back be on the ground, and your background is not what should stop you from aiming to be a great person. So many stories of billionaires, of productive, successful people coming from wretched homes. There are also stories of successful people coming from successful families. So your background does not define your self-worth and should not define your self-worth. If you have come from a family that is not known, it doesn't mean that you are not going to be known as you're living on earth. It could just be that you are the one to make your family known. But don't let the family background that you have limit you and stop you from doing the great things that you can do. Don't let it also help you to define your self-worth. The fact that your family is not as buoyant as the rich people on earth, is not as buoyant as the people that have all the money on earth, does not mean that you are born to be a poor person, or does not mean that you are going to be seen as somebody that is limited by circumstances of life. You do not have to be that. So do not let your family background define you. Some people have come from the greatest families on earth. Some people have come from generations of wealth and generations of prosperity, and some of these family people are never going to be poor ever. But that doesn't mean that all of them value themselves, doesn't mean that all of them feel that they would respect themselves, does not mean that all of them love themselves, because your self-worth is not determined by your family background. So the fact that you have come from a great family does not mean that you love yourself. It also does not mean that you value yourself. Also, coming from a family that is not so well-to-do does not mean that you should not love yourself, does not mean that you should always criticize yourself and beat yourself down. So that you have come from a family that is not well known by people should not limit how you see yourself, should not reduce your self-worth, should not also make you value yourself less. It does not make you less of a human than somebody that has come from a rich family. It does not make you also less of a human than somebody that enjoys eating 5-course meals every single day. No, your self-worth is not defined by your family background. Third, your self-worth is not defined and is not based by the money in your bank account. Yes, I said it. You can have all the money in the world, you can have all the money put together of every single person on earth in your bank account and still see yourself as trash, because your money does not define who you are. The money that you have does not take away suddenly the inferiority complex that you're battling with. It does not take away the depression that you're battling with. It does not take away you thinking that you are not deserving. It does not take away imposter syndrome. It is how you define yourself that helps you to do all of those things. So the money in your bank account does not in any way define you. It adds to it. It helps you. It influences it. All of these things that I have mentioned earlier, they influence your self-worth, but they are not based on it. So for example, the fact that you have $100 in your bank account does not mean that you are a less person than somebody that has $5 billion in their bank account. So having money is great. Trust me, having money is great, but having money does not define who you are. It does not define your self-worth, and it does not define your self-value, because you can be the richest person on earth and still think you deserve trash. Someone that has inferiority complex could be somebody that has so much money in their bank account, or somebody that does not have any money in their bank account. It all falls down to you. So while I have shared with you 3 things that your self-worth is not based on, what is your self-worth based on? Simple. It is based on you. How do you value yourself? How do you respect yourself? How do you think that you should be seen, you should be loved? Do you think that you are a person that should receive love? Do you think you're a person that has it in yourself to be a successful person, or do you think that you deserve trash? It is how you define yourself that people are going to define you. So rather than you waiting for $30 billion to fall into your bank account, or you waiting for your family name to suddenly change to Gates or Zuckerberg or whichever name you would like it to change to, or rather than you waiting to get to a size 2 or a size 6 or whatever size you want to get to for you to now define your self-worth, you look at yourself, sit down and reflect on how you see yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you define yourself? How do you want people to see you, and how do you want people to define you? Your self-worth is based on how you see yourself, and how you see yourself should be how God sees you. So if you have a clear understanding of how God sees you and how you see yourself, then your self-worth should be perfect. So to recap, 3 things that your self-worth should not be based on. Your self-worth should not be based on your size, your self-worth should not be based on your family background, and your self-worth should not be based on the money in your bank account. It should be based on you and how you want to see yourself. So do the work on yourself and see yourself as a valuable and respectable person on earth. So that's it for me for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you as much as I enjoyed sharing with you about this. Please let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed it. Also share with your friends and family, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, bye.